Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to make a quinoa and sweet potato chili from plantbasedonabudget.com. I'm going to start by adding in 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using this olive oil, and I'm going to add it to a thick bottomed pot. That's 1 tablespoon. This is an enameled cast iron. I really like it. I think it's really beautiful too. I'll put the link to the one I use down below. I'm gonna let the oil warm up for about a minute before adding in my onions. And for onions, I chose to use yellow onions because I had a whole bag of them. They were the cheapest when I was grocery shopping, and I went with those, but you're welcome to use red onions if that's what you have on hand or if that's cheaper at your grocery store. Gonna add those in. Watch out so it doesn't splash. I have finally found something that helps me get oil stains out though. So if you want to know what that is, it's a stick that I have to look up the brand, but if you want to know, let me know and I'll go find it in the laundry area of our house. If you've been watching for a while, you know that that has been an issue for me. I'm always splashing myself and walking around with oil stains. Now I'm going to add in a pinch of salt and pepper. I like these. They're so fun. These are from Simmering, and they sent them to me, which is really nice. I'm only going to let these saute for 30 seconds to a minute, and I'm going to add in my sweet potato. I added in about 3 small sweet potatoes. You can add in more in the recipe. It calls for 3 medium sweet potatoes, but this is what I had, so it's going to work. Then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is really an optional ingredient, so if you don't have cinnamon, you don't have to go buy it, but I really love the flavor that it adds. For a long time, I thought of cinnamon as only something that you put into baked goods, and I have embraced it totally into my savory dishes as well. Next, I'm gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of ground chipotle peppers. I'm giving it a stir. I'm not done adding in, but I think I have my pot a little bit too hot. You want it to be at a medium heat. I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of chili powder. If you have hot sauce, you'd also want to add in hot sauce here if you like a spicy chili. If you don't like a spicy chili, you can omit that hot sauce, but I like to add it usually. I just ran out of hot sauce, which is in our house. It's mind-blowing. I'm gonna let this cook for just a couple more minutes. You want to do about 3 to 4 minutes in total before adding in your jar of salsa. Here's an opportunity to get more of a kick. I'm using mild, but if you want to use a hotter salsa, that's fine too. Pour it in directly. I'm using the whole 16-ounce jar of salsa. And then I'm going to follow that up by 2 cups of vegetable broth, or no chicken broth, or no beef broth. It's a no chicken, better than bouillon. Give it a stir. Now turn the heat up. Since I'm using an electric burner right now, it does take a little while. So I'm putting it a little higher than I really need to, just for the sake of time. But if you're using a gas burner, it should heat up a lot faster. I keep having to turn around to sneeze because the chili powder sent up a lot of the chili powder particles, and it is making me a little congested, even though I love spicy food. It reminds me of, I went to India for a friend's wedding, and in Delhi, I went to a spice market, and it was so spicy that I just started crying, like uncontrollably. Tears were rolling down my eyes. I wanted to sneeze nonstop. I had to step out to like clear my sinuses, and I feel, not to that extent, but just a little bit of the spiciness in the air. So now it's at a soft boil. I will lower it a little bit before adding in my black beans. I usually like to get the no salt black beans, but they were out when I did my grocery shopping, so I'm just doing the regular black beans. I've already drained them and rinsed them and just put them back in here because I didn't want to dirty a dish. Add those to the pot. Make sure you get every bean and give it a stir. Now I'm gonna put a lid on it and lower the heat to low simmer. I'm putting mine around 2 if you have yours numbered on your stove. I'm putting it to about a 2, low heat, and I'm gonna let it cook for 30 minutes and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like and finish the recipe. Okay, this has been going for about 30 minutes and I'm gonna take the lid off. Make sure that you prepare for the condensation that's built up. Sometimes it can make a huge mess and get you wet. After the 25-30 minutes, what we're looking for is for the sweet potatoes to be fork tender. Mine are a little bit hard, so I'm gonna give it another few minutes for them to cook. Okay, let's try this again. I turned it up to a boil to get those sweet potatoes to cook faster. I did about 3 to 5 more minutes. Let's see if these are now fork tender. Yeah, that's much better than where they were before. I'm just like stabbing into my chili. Yeah, that's good. I don't want them to be mushy. I live with someone, aka Paul, my husband, who does not like mushy food. He likes texture and everything, whereas I can eat everything mushy. I don't mind if the sweet potatoes had lost all of their shape and were super soft. I wouldn't mind that. Let me know what you think though, I'm curious. The last step is putting in our 2 cups of cooked quinoa. If you don't know how to cook quinoa, I do have the Instant Pot video that I'll link somewhere around here. And in the caption below, I have the how to do it quickly in an Instant Pot. It's so easy. I think it is one of my favorite appliances, the Instant Pot. Okay, I'm gonna stir it in there, and over time, we're gonna let this sit before we eat it. Over time, the liquid is not entirely, but most of it is soaked up by the quinoa. And it is very, very tasty, super flavor packed. Once it's like this, I like to let it sit for another 2 hours, maybe 3 hours with the lid on. I just put the lid on, move it aside, and then serve it either the next day, that's even better, or later that day for dinner. If I were in a rush, and if I had an Instant Pot and I didn't mind things to be really hit or miss with the softness of the sweet potato, I would throw everything but the quinoa in the Instant Pot and just cook it like I did here. High pressure, 5 minutes. Then at the end, stir in the quinoa, and I bet you that would work. I haven't tried it, but if you do, if you're in a pinch and you want to try this and you have an Instant Pot and you don't mind potentially soft sweet potatoes, that's a good option for a quick dinner. If you have the plant-based on a budget cookbooks, either 1 or 2, I do a lot of that. Like in my one pot meal sections, I have the adaptations for Instant Pot or any other electric pressure cooker that you use. I am now going to serve up a bowl and then continue to let the rest sit on the side. I'm just gonna show you what it's supposed to look like. It smells very, very delicious, and it's so pretty. I would garnish it with a little bit of cilantro or parsley. Either would work. Get this out of the way now. This chili is so delicious. It's packed with a lot of flavor. It has the sweetness from the sweet potatoes that has a nice balance to the spice. And it is very healthy. It has a lot of protein and fiber, and it's just an overall comforting meal. If you like garnishing, you can add on some sliced avocados, some parsley or cilantro. You can add a dollop of vegan sour cream, anything you'd put on chili really. And it's really good. It's very tasty. Also, it is very freezer friendly. I like to use these super cubes. They are portioned to either a half a cup or a full cup each, and you can fill them all the way to the top and let them cool completely, then put on the lid and put it in the freezer. And then when you're ready for dinner, pop them out and either thaw them overnight if you want, or microwave them, put them in a pot with a little bit of water, and steam them until they're soft enough to cook. You'll have to let me know if you give that a try. My husband does it, and we're probably gonna do it with this batch right here since there are only 2 of us. Thank you so much for watching. If you do try this recipe, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.